Alright y'all, day 44, March 31st. It has been pouring rain. It is 7:12 in the morning, obviously. So I made it to Maury Pen Shelter last night. Yesterday was a big day. I hadn't totaled the miles up, but started at what, 8:05 and I ended at 8:40 or something like that. So it was easily probably my longest day over some of the biggest terrain. Ended up getting in the shelter about right at dark, maybe. Yeah, sun was already down and it was cloudy anyway, but by the time I cooked food and got everything ready and laid down, my luck has it, 3 more people came about 9 o'clock. And don't get me wrong, this whole shelter place, there was high school kids there. It looked like a circus. But by that point I was too tired to do anything else and I knew rain was coming, so yeah. And at 9 o'clock, 3 other dudes showed up, one of them being a high extrovert and another one having a dog who, the poor thing, was whining the whole time. So needless to say, they were louder than the couple at McAfee Knob, and we got honest to God, got no sleep whatsoever. I think I might have dozed off for an hour or two. It's all good. That's what I get for using shelters. I didn't want to tear down my tent in this pouring ass rain this morning, so I chose it. I gotta live with it. It's all good. Alright. Well, doing those extra miles yesterday put us within striking distance of Rockfish Gap today, and it should only be, I don't know, 19, 21 miles, something like that. I think my plan is to go all the way in and just call for a pickup and go to the hostel, or I could stop short at the shelter that's 6 miles from Rockfish and dry everything out and go in tomorrow. But $30, I'm not that worried about $30, so I might just go in tonight. We'll see. Y'all know me, I changed my mind about 1,000 times during the day. So the decision I made last night, if you hadn't figured it out, was to keep going. And I just kept pushing through until I got to that shelter and ate dinner when I got there. Hurting pretty good, feet were really banged up. One new little blister. But man, when you're walking 35 miles over that kind of terrain yesterday, I'm impressed that my feet were as good as they were. Otherwise, feeling good. It's going to be pouring all day. Probably won't film much today. Might just combine these 2 days into one. I don't know. If it clears up a little bit, I'll come back on. Alright, y'all. It's Friday. Get fired up. Another weekend. Unbelievable they get here so fast. Alright. I'll be spending part of mine in Waynesboro, getting ready to attack the Shenandoah. It's pouring, but I had to stop and film this. I gotta hurry. I can't open this right now, so whoever sent this, I'll give you a shout out later, but you know who you are and I appreciate it. Some trail magic. Woo! Alright, trail designers and rerouters. Even though I've been cussing you all morning because my feet are beat up on these rocks. Well done. This is awesome. Little ski resort over there with the hotels or apartments or whatever they are, condos on the hill. Beautiful. Clouds sinking low in the valleys on both sides. What a gorgeous view. And a little rainbow. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's going right there. Gorgeous day. Woo! I hadn't read the Trail Magic card yet. I'm trying to wait till I get to a shelter or get into town, but I'll read that out and give kudos to whoever sent it, man. I appreciate it. Those clouds are awesome. Alright, so here goes my big daily shout out to Mouse, Popeye, and Phoebus. That was awesome. There are the Trail Magic providers. And from the bottom of my heart, and I'm speaking for those who are going to come behind me today and tomorrow. I think stamps should come through there tomorrow, so if it's still there, if there's still some left, hopefully he'll get some. And poor Kansas is outrunning all of it. But Thank y'all so much. They live right here on, I think I got this right, Wintergreen Mountain Ski Resort. And I don't know if it's the one that I filmed or not, but regardless, it is gorgeous around here. And if that was it, I'm about as jealous as a man can be. Thank y'all so much. So I just stopped. Obviously, I read the letter. I took my rain jacket off, which clearly means it's about to downpour again. Mixed some water with the lemon Propel that they provided, and then opened up the bag of strawberry sour punch bites. I don't know what it is about walking, exerting energy, and liking that sour stuff. Sour Patch, and these rocks are killing me. Those sour punch bites were delicious. So grabbed a handful, ate them, started putting my ruck back up, stopped, opened the bag back up, grabbed me another handful of them. Anyway, appreciate it. I'm humbled beyond belief, and can't thank you enough. It was pouring when I got there, miserable conditions, and really I've been walking with sunshine ever since. Figuratively, not literally. All right, y'all. No, I didn't start just filming because of the rocks, but anytime I hit record, you're bound to be on some rocks. Not really. I'll be honest with you, man. May not seem like it because I like to be facetious when I turn the camera on sometimes, but my patience for the rocks has grown immensely. And I use them for analogies now, as silly as it may sound, of, man, those are little life events. Those are my son aggravating me, or me losing patience with him over something silly. Those are little arguments with my wife. And I can be quick-tempered and short on patience, and I'm telling you, man, these things have really tempered that a lot, and I guess it's a good thing before I get to Pennsylvania. I just wanted to give it up to Virginia as I wind this thing down and get closer to Waynesboro, even though I'm still probably about 10 miles. This last section, these last 4 days, I pumped out a lot of miles, but they ain't easy. Like, here's some tough miles the last 2 days especially. I feel really good though, and I'll be honest with you, man, a lot of that is from that trail magic that Gadgets brought me. Like that, at the end of that day, I was feeling pretty rough. But some of those things that he brought down was, and especially the bananas. Like, I had 2 bananas. Man, that's a game changer out there. That's what your body just is craving after a hard day. And me and him had a long conversation about that. He just got off a section hike the day before, I think, and somebody had give them some trail magic. They brought out a bunch of bananas, and he said what a game changer it was for him too. So definitely is. When he got there, I probably told y'all this, but he pulled out all that food that I love. First thing I went for is a banana and a Gatorade. And as soon as I got right, really quick, then we went for the Coke. And then today, I'm very dehydrated. Not very. In my terms, I'm very dehydrated, because normally I will urinate clear all day at home because I drink so much water, but it's pouring rain. You don't want to get out your electrolyte mix. You don't want to stop to have to fill up your water bottles. And that Propel that Mouse and Popeye and Phoebus left kind of shook me out of those blues, and now I'm getting hydrated again before I get into town. So thanks to them for that. It's all these little things, and not everybody gets to have the same experience I'm having because they're not vlogging. So I definitely try to pay it back in town. I do always buy too much stuff at the grocery store. I want to tell you it's on purpose. It is usually because my eyes are too big. But I also like leaving it in the hiker box where there's a lot of people hiking this thing that are very strapped on cash. So I like to help them too. So there's definitely anything that was in that bag that they gave me this morning back there for the trail magic. anything that I can't use, we'll go in the hiker box here at Stanimals. Help out those other hikers, man. I can't tell you, I love to watch the face when people open up hiker boxes and there's actually something good in there that they can use, that they really can't go to Walmart and afford. So anyway, and last, let's talk about Trail Magic. Is I love it, but what I don't want you guys to do is start taking money and or time away from your family to do it. Man, I appreciate it all the same, but I'm about to fall again. But I would be just as happy to know you guys are at home with your families, working on those family bonds or whatever you do every day. So, all right, this segment's already long. Heading into Waynesboro, heading into the Matrix. Kind of cool thing about hostels, they kind of keep you plugged into the trail because most of the talk inside is about hiking. So that's kind of cool. I look forward to meeting Stan. He's got a big reputation around here. And all right, that's all I can think of for now. I failed to mention what my plans are. So it's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Yeah, so one of the advantages, well, let's talk about mileage. So I want to be around 20 miles average a day since I left Springer. I'm behind that, but not too far. Today's day 44, which means I need 880 miles done by the end of today to be the 20 average, daily average. I'm going to be at 460. So I'm only 20 behind. I'm 1 day behind now. That's good. However, you know, I put in a lot of miles to get here so I can have Saturday off. So I am taking Saturday off, tomorrow off. Recoup, refitting. Gonna look for some new shoes. I've got just about 500 or more on these, and the insides are starting to fray and fall apart, which isn't good because now I'm having to wear some duct tape on the back of my heels to make up for it, to keep from getting blisters. But my wife's bringing my shoes too, so I hate having to get new ones right before she gets here when I have new ones coming. So I may just go look for some pads and stuff to tape to the back of my heels for Monday basically, or Sunday and Monday. Yep, so I'm gonna take tomorrow off. I'm gonna get right. I'm going to hit the Shenandoah on Sunday morning. And I'm gonna try to do 20 Sunday, 20 Monday to get me kind of close to where the lodge is gonna be. And that way, what I would like to do is be able to launch from the lodge at least 2 days. And it's going to take me away from my pure northbound. But just so my wife doesn't have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll probably go, if I can do it, start at the lodge the first morning that she's there. And head southbound and clean up any miles that I haven't done. Have her pick me up after she gets up. We'll eat lunch or something. Or maybe take the rest of the day off. And then the next morning, start the lodge and start knocking off the northbound miles. I don't know if I'll have to do that. Don't really ever want to go southbound, but if it means getting to spend more time with my wife, man, it's a no-brainer. So anyway, that's the plan. Love some comments if anybody has any good ideas. And I know by the end of her time there, hell, I should have the Shenandoah knocked out almost. So it'll be a pretty long drive. Maybe we need to check out of that place and check in somewhere else farther north. We'll have to see. All right, that's the plan. Forgot to mention about the Trail Magic. I think everybody that has been gracious enough to get some in my hands would enjoy the fact that every time it happens, from the pizzas in Damascus to the sodas up at from the Nature Boy, woo, to gadgets, now to Mouse, Popeye, and Phoebus. I called my wife like a little kid on Christmas morning. Like this morning I called her and it was raining. I was like trying to protect my phone. I was like, got some Trail Magic. And she's always like, was it for you or was it for everybody? And I always say, well, of course it's for everybody, but they left me a note this morning, which is cool. Anyway, all right, thought y'all might enjoy that. Or maybe not. All right, I just thought of something fun that interests me because I'm thinking about food like I always do out here. First off, it's good to see all the little trees are starting to bloom. I think that's good. I've got some allergy medicine just in case, but hopefully that won't rear its head. But I digress. So, donuts and Dunkin' Donuts. Now I get it. If there are a couple other donut places right next to Dunkin' Donuts, I would probably go there instead. But man, I do like Dunkin' Donuts coffee and I do like their donuts. So Lord Hiram, aka my son, comment below and tell everybody what Dad's favorite donuts are. And then I'd like everybody else to comment if you would. Just imagine you go into Dunkin' Donuts and you have a cheat day and you ain't got to worry about nothing, and it's 7:30 in the morning, well, let's go 8:30 on a Sunday, and you're hungry as hell. Y'all comment below on what your order is gonna look like. And I know the nutritionist is gonna speak up like, well, I don't eat donuts. I'm saying you got a cheat day. I'm saying have fun with it. I'm saying that put in the comments down below isn't gonna put no fat on your hips. That's where mine goes anyway. All right, y'all comment. What are your favorite donuts? What would you get at Dunkin' Donuts 8:30 on a Sunday morning? You're ravenous hungry. Give a quick shout out to the group that maintains this part of the trail. I think the sign I read today or yesterday said the Old Dominion something or other. I'll tell you, man, new paint on all the trees, new signs. This place looks really good, really upkept. Bottom of my heart, thanks. It makes it so enjoyable. New paint, love it. All right, a beautiful little stream right here, and then that is a good-looking cabin right over there, or shelter, I should say. I'm gonna stop, have some quick lunch, maybe, and then get my butt into town. I'm hurting, I need some food. Let me see if we can get over there. Too much of an ass pain, I ain't gonna worry about it. Alright. Like I mentioned, this part of the trail is just beyond what I've seen. This is the coolest shelter. It's got a little platform up there. Hold a couple of people. Nice table. Has stainless steel wrapped around there. Gorgeous. Couple of good camp spots right down there. The Paul Wolf Shelter. Very nice, love it. Gonna eat real quick. 2 quick cleanup items before I get into town. As y'all know, man, I try to read every single comment that comes in, and when I'm down here and I got some time, I'll definitely start replying. And don't think I'm haphazardly replying. Man, I'll read each one, think about what you said. If I have something to say in return, I will, or either I'll just do a smiley face or a thanks, but that's a sincere thanks, not just a, hey, I'm trying to be a good host of a channel thanks. Please believe me on that. And then people are asking, how are the poles doing? These are the Lucky Cork Light. I'm probably saying Lucky wrong. Leak High for some people maybe. Regardless, man, these things are made of kryptonite, something, man. They are the trail's kryptonite. I have fallen on these things. You know, I came out here at 210 pounds. Clearly, I'm weighing in at about 140 something now, but still, when I trip and fall, because I'm either looking forward or looking behind, and I didn't see that rock coming up, these things have taken the full brunt, jammed them into rocks, and they are as good as new. Love them. I will tell you, when you start sweating, cork handles get a little slick, but I know the rubber ones do too. But man, worth the money in ER's opinion. All right, we'll see y'all in town. Getting close.